Right, welcome. Thank you for joining me. And we're going to talk about scalper school briefly. And the reason why I'm going to talk about scalper school is because I wanted to really talk to you about the ins and outs of day trading and why it's a useful income source in this sort of volatility we've got. Basically, what we're looking at is, just take this off. The reason why I like day trading is because you can do several things with day trading. You can hedge an investment. So for example, this is the Dow. You might be, let's say you've just taken a short position. You've just, it's 28,500. You think that this Dow in the coming days and weeks is going to drop, so you have shorted up here. Now if you get intraday buy signals, you could hedge that short position. So rather than sit there and see your account with your short position shrink, you could trade against that position, make a profit, close it, and still hold your swing trade short over. But the main reason why day trading is great, is healthy, because you are taking low risk positions with risk reward ratios which are potentially 5, 10, sometimes more to 1. So you can get in with very small positions and make potentially very good daily incomes if you have a system that allows you to operate using a fixed rules-based method every day that is going to secure that income for you. Because if you've got to have a rules-based system, if you do not know what you're doing, if you've not got a specific method of handling these markets, you will more than likely get on the wrong side of the trade and lose money. Now, I don't always get on the right side of the trade. My success rate is in the region of about 67, 68 to 74%, sometimes lower, sometimes a lot higher. And I've gone days where I've not had a stop out. I've gone 5, 6, 7 days without a stop out. And likewise, I've had losing days, but thankfully they are fewer and far between. But if I do get on the wrong side of the market in the initial trade, being a day trader, I have the option of flipping that trade to get on the right side of that trade. So sometimes when I'm in the live trading room, I could be on the wrong side of the trade, but then I can correct that and still make a daily income by switching sides. So let's give you an example of that. Today I have traded oil. I had a really good day on oil, and you can see I've got some main support down here at 42.28. We did nothing yesterday. I didn't trade oil at all yesterday. So we had this range yesterday, and overnight and into the Euro session we held this 42.50. So if I now take that aside, so you can see, before we leave that, look what we've just done here at 3:30 UK time. We had a big push, big breakout, then we came back to this Monday zone, closed inside it and immediately closed outside it. So that's why I was very bullish the oil and then took this move up here. Okay, so you can miss a breakout but still engage the market for some profit later on in the day. So that's the beauty of being a day trader. If you've got a system, use it, stick to it, apply the rules, And if for any reason that trade is not working on that day, then stand aside and leave it. Okay, so there's nice profits on the oil. I've got a, excuse me, I'm just about to grab a screenshot of my profits. I'm opening my email because I actually got my platform for my futures account is on a different PC, so I've just emailed me the results. I'll show that in a minute. Okay, so what I'm looking for is, this is what we do in the trading room. So we have a live trading room 4 days a week. This was the first 10 minutes of the US Open. So we came outside of that and immediately put in a buy signal here at 333.40. I have taken profits off of here, but we do look as if we can get back to that 43.60. So what we're looking at is we're looking for direction in the open. And so this is a major push higher, which was not tradable. On that particular bar was not tradable. So I stepped aside, left it, waited till later on the day, and then picked up this support. So we actually came up from here. We actually came up from 42.85. So you can see the buy signals here. So the risk reward ratio for buying oil down there at 42.83 is really healthy. If you take a long down there at 42.85 with a stop under 42.70, that's a really tight stop. So you got that risk. I call this in the room, and you got that potential reward. So that risk reward ratio is in the region of that's a good sort of 7 to 10 to 1. So extremely healthy. This is a 10-minute chart, yeah. We don't normally trade a 10-minute chart. I'm using this to give you a broad example of the method. But more importantly, I mean, the main reason I'm showing it to you is to show you the risk that we take intraday. And that word, anybody who's been trading for any length of time knows that the risk you take on in the market, well, we all take on a risk. Every time we take a trade, obviously we take a risk. But it's got to be a measured risk. It's got to be a very specific measured risk. And if you go into the marketplace every day with a very specific risk reward ratio, and you manage that risk, and you concentrate on managing that risk, that is going to be your profit. Because the key reason why 76% or whatever percent it is of retail traders who lose money, A, they haven't got a system, so they're not necessarily trading the right side of the market at the right point, and B, most retail traders do not understand risk. They might think they do, but most don't. What, 26% do, and 76 or 80 whatever percent don't. So it's a high percentage of people who are coming into this market, opening up charts, putting in their precious capital and losing money. So what I'm here to talk to you about today is Scalper School. So for those audience who are listening in on YouTube, etc., Scalper School is a program that teaches you this method of trading the open. It is grounded on risk management, hence the reason why I made such a crucial point on it, and allows you to make an income from this market and trade with a small amount of money. You could trade a small account and still make substantial profits week by week. Okay, let me see if my oil profit has come in. Let me just talk to you about that oil profit. Yeah, I've just seen it on the email there. Where is it? Okay, you can't see. So I've done 440 on just by trading a. That's so that's the October contract on the NYMEX exchange. Not overloaded, not overcooked it. Taking profits a little bit too early on this particular account, but I've got another trade open on another account. So oil is still creeping up. So that's not bad for about an hour's trading. Okay. That's just today. So you can see oil is, I've taken oil off at 30 and we're 44. So only so far, I could have gained another 15 pips, but it could obviously keep going. All right. So, but the main market we choose to trade is the Dow. Now this is a very unusual day, in that the Dow just opened and just dropped with very, very shallow pullbacks. Now that's pretty unusual. And I have bought, I'm trading on the long side here, but with virtually no risk. Why have I done that? Because we had a big, huge push up yesterday, and all we've done is repeat it. As with oil, we've gone back to the breakout area. So I'm just trading off of these lows to see if I can, and managing my stop to see if we can at least get back to 272. Okay, so ordinarily, once we get a buy signal in these indices, I would ordinarily wait for a pullback to the mid-range. Now that didn't happen. We got very, very shallow pullbacks, and then we just fell out the bottom of that. So I am making money out of it by trading the main weekly support here, managing my risk, and I will add to it if we close above this 200. Okay. If you look at the bigger time frames, so just to, although we are day traders, we are still looking at the bigger picture. So here, as with oil, we've broken out earlier on, and the Dow we've broken out. This is my 4-hour chart. So we had a huge breakup based on a 1, 2, 3 wave breakup. Now we've pulled back to this support from 11th of August. Now I'm looking to see if, and ultimately I'm just wondering if we can get back to that 29,000. So for a minimal amount of risk, I bought this support using a little bit of my oil profits to see if that can close higher at 8 o'clock into the close and potentially get back, at least get back to those highs. Okay, but the yesterday we traded the Dow into the close. This was the close last night. We had that set up into the close. So again, big push up at the open. Did nothing for several hours. And so into the last hour and into the evening, we did that move. So that's wave 1. Wave 2 was a pullback over many hours. Wave 3 was the move, and ultimately that went to 530. Okay, so all we've done today is run back to that support. Okay, now, so reasons why day trading is a great way to make an income. Number one, the risk-reward ratios are extremely healthy. Number two, it's rules-based, so it's fixed rules that you apply every single day. So, and you are trading in with Scalper School, you're trading in a group. So you're not trading alone, you're trading in a group. So we're all sticking to the same rules. We're all applying the same strategy and the same risk management, and looking to grow our accounts together. Otherwise, you end up just looking at the wallpaper, looking at charts for too long, and potentially missing moves if you're not able to analyze and digest what the markets may or may not be doing. So it's useful having a guy like me who spent many hundreds of hours in the trading room, backtesting the system that we use, looking to make the most of these opportunities that are firing day in, day out. Okay, and the other aspect of this is, if you've got a small account, then the compound growth that you can achieve in a small account is extremely high. If you, with a £500 account, if you are risking, say, £50 a trade or less, or even if you're risking, say, £30 a trade, on some of these risk-reward ratios, you're looking at 10 to 1. So if you've got a 10 to 1 risk-reward ratio on a risk of £30, you could potentially, if you are very patient and you've got a very volatile, healthy market, you could potentially make a good £100 to £300, depending on whether you're going in at 50p a point or a pound a point. Okay, so if you make, let's just say you make £100 a day on a trade like this, then £100 a day on a £500 account, you can potentially double that account in 5 to 10 days. Let's assume you get 1 to 2 losing days, and then you get 5 to 7 days of at least £100 profit, even if it's only £50 profit, based on a rules-based system. That's a handsome ratio that could really boost a nice small account. So there's lots of volatility, lots of opportunities. The risks are measured, and I'm looking to hold this. I'm actually going to see if I can hold this overnight, because if I'm in nice and low, I'm in at 135 and again at 140. So I've taken trades at this level. At the moment, my stops are down here under the 100 mark. But if that closes higher today, if it closes at least above 200, then I can afford to get the stop to break even and potentially add to that trade tomorrow. Now that's one option. The other, I mean, most people who day trade put the trade on and take it off during the day, and that's great, because that means you don't have to suffer any decent pullbacks, any unusual activity in the evening, and you can relax, bag your profits, and walk away. Okay, anybody listening in wants to get involved, then have a look at what's included in the program. So it's a 4-hour intensive program. We talk about gaps. We have 2 gap strategies. We are looking for the breakout strategy and looking for entries after breakouts. I've gone over some of those with you just now. And intraday reversals as well. And of course, you've got the live trading room. At the moment, it's 5 days a week. It's normally 4 days a week. Just extending it just to, because I've been on a break, just making up some time with the group. And we've got the chat room and an alert system. So it's comprehensive. Once you're in the program, once you come out the other side of the program, there is daily opportunities to capitalize on markets like gold, oil, Dow, DAX. Don't often call currencies. I do talk about currencies at the main weekend the Sunday prep and the Wednesday prep I do. But it's good fun, and it's great to work with a team in the room. So if you want to join in, come to this page and book. Andy, have you been on a program? You've been on the program or not? Anyway, the booking form is underneath. The price includes 2 months in the trading room. You haven't, right? Okay. The price includes 2 months in the trading room, and then if you want to carry on, it's a nominal £95 a month. And you know, we are really putting away the pips at the moment. You can see the alerts here. I'll just show you the alert. I've talked about oil here. So once the trading room is closed, I talk about oil. Where am I? Oh, it's up. Sorry, it's further up. Anyway, you can see that I have been talking about oil to the group. And if it closes above 43.05, looking to hold some over for $45, which is only 150 pips away from where we are now. And taken some off, buying more at 4.25. So I've been scaling in, buying pullbacks, taking profits, buying pullbacks, taking some off at the highs, and then leaving some on. Yeah, if it breaks out, then I'm in a trade. I got in from a low entry point. I've now got a risk-free trade. It's a completely free trade. No risk, no cost to me at all. And we are still aiming, still looking as if we can get back to that high. The alerts are entered into the room by me manually based on the system, the rules of the system. They're always based on the system, but they're looking at oil, gold, Dow, and DAX. There are discounts available if you open an account with a broker that I've done a deal with. So I get a fee for introducing. So I'm prepared to refund that fee to sponsor your program if you want to if you want a discount on that, and you're happy to open an account with this particular broker. If you're interested in that sponsorship scheme, then I will send you details. Contact me on my email from the site. You can see the oil's coming off a bit here, but the Dow is still punching higher. And any questions? Any other questions? So you can see from my 140, I'm only 40 odd pips up at the moment. What platforms do you use? I've got 3 accounts: IG Index, Interactive Brokers, and Markets.com. And Markets.com is where you could get some sponsorship. If you open a Markets.com account via a link I supply you, then you can get some sponsorship for the program. Any other questions? You can ask questions if you like. I haven't got my headphones on, but if you want to ask, just let me know. You can stick your mic on. Yeah, the where would I add on the Dow? Well, at the moment, if we close up here, I would add on a pullback to 175 if we start closing up here. Okay, Andy, any questions? Anybody in the YouTube room got a question? Let me check. Okay, great. Contact me if you're interested. Otherwise, I'll do a midweek review tomorrow. And if you want links for that, let me know. It's all on the website, in fact. You come to the website on the homepage via the, what are your biggest challenges? Click on there. Click on the big picture updates. And so that's the Wednesday link there. And then the Sunday link is down there. Right, thanks very much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day, and hope to see you again. Thanks very much. Bye for now.